Brandon is a womanizer. He sends me texts with sexual innuendo. One time, Brandon sent me a text stating "on top." When I saw that, I knew what he meant. He is a married man, and I think that's very inappropriate. He would have an affair with me if I allowed it. I've tried to warn Desiree, but she won't listen. I think Desiree's in denial.
Well, Brandon and his wife Desiree say his ex, Danielle, is trying to ruin their lives with bogus calls to police and CPS and court filings. Now, August 10th, Danielle tells the courts that Brandon threatened to kill her when she was 5 months pregnant. No action was taken. But you say he threatened to kill you?
Yes.
How'd that come about?
I was on the telephone, and I was about 5 months pregnant. And we were discussing, he was drunk because he drank a lot to the point of puking. We were just discussing things, his father, and he said, if you ever, I had told him, you are never going to be the man that your father was. And he said, if you ever talk about my father again, I'm going to kill you. And I said, are you kidding me? I'm 5 months pregnant, and you just threatened a pregnant woman to kill her. And I said, I've got to go. I called 911, and they told me to go and file a restraining order.
Where were you?
I was in my home.
Where?
And he was in
New York?
Carolina. Yeah,
Where were you?
North Carolina.
He was in North Carolina and you called 911?
I was pregnant. I was scared.
He was 1,000 miles away.
He's driven like in 12 hours to my house. It's nothing to him.
Okay. I thought you didn't know till she was 8 months pregnant.
This came out during that custody hearing in
He's a liar.
2010.
He's a liar.
So this is the first time I had heard about it was actually on the stand when I was attempting to get full custody of our daughter. So that was the first time that I have ever even heard a claim about that was in 2010. Apparently 4 years after it had happened. So I'm pretty sure that the timeline doesn't match up in the first place. And second of all, why didn't I hear about it for 5 years if that was the case? So this is, once again, another delusion of Danielle's, another false accusation that just throws it at me to hope that it sticks, especially in court. And it just so happens that we have another court hearing coming up next week that we're going to be in, and you said that I did it again.
And you're the one that called here. You're the one that called this show.
I did. That was me.
Oh, what a coincidence.
Yeah, it was me.
Oh, make my husband look wonderful because,
No, because this isn't about my husband. This is about our daughter.
You know, the one you use as a tool against us in every which way you can.
A liar. You're such a liar.
I've jumped a couple of pages ahead on this timeline here, but on July of 16, you refused to hand the child over to Brandon. Brandon calls her a disgusting human being. Danielle files a police report. Court sets the date for a death threat. So there's now a hearing coming up, like tomorrow?
Tomorrow in New York. And I am accused of threatening to kill her. She said that I called her a sick person and that I said that I would kill her. And literally, I just drove 16 hours to pick up our daughter, and she refused to give her to me. So I was incredibly upset, and I called her a disgusting human
I
being.
refused, really? That's why the child went with you?
Yeah.
Really?
That's why there was a writ waiting on Monday morning.
Monday morning there was a
Sunday.
writ waiting because you weren't going to give her to me.
No, I gave her to you on the date of the court order, which is what the order states
When was she
to give to you.
When was she supposed to be in
That
Alabama?
exact date.
When were you
Alabama.
supposed to bring her to Alabama?
That is the date
When
I
were
was
you
given
supposed to bring her to
from
Alabama?
the courts that my lawyer told me to give you that child.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.